Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Juice with the Fours. Going in Juice with the Fours. Juice with the Fours. Y'all, it's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach, Giovanni, host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. So we're going to dive into this thing real quick. We juicing, and I need to identify, by the time we get off, I need to figure out if I'm going to do a watermelon cleanse or if I'm just going to go high raw for the month of June. All right. High raw plant-based. So I'm trying to figure it out. That's what I really need y'all help with. Me and Spencer just got back from 4.22 miles. Yes. Me and my boy got it in this morning to kickstart the day. This is going to be a quick live. Very so much for quick live. But I really just want y'all to vibe with me as we get it in. Now, we talked about last juice prep. We talked about how watermelon is a fruit and a vegetable, almost like a hybrid. We talked about the fact that I got this watermelon from the Alkaline Hour. And it's the beginning of watermelon season. Say this for Spencer. And so we talked about some of the different benefits of watermelon. The Alkaline Hour, y'all check that live interview out. I think it's a little grainy at times just because, I was out in the streets getting in the interview. So it just kind of comes with the territory. But packed with a whole bunch of information. Whole vibe. Conversation with Devontae Peters at the Alkaline Hour about watermelon, about politics, community, activists, just really getting it in. You see that? Some part of it. Yeah, my cousin sent me a watermelon rind video. If I do this watermelon cleanse for the month of June, we're going to transform these rinds. I'm going to be putting them in the dehydrator. We're going to be coming up with something for these rinds. You hear me? But definitely check out the last episode, all the different benefits of watermelon and how it provides hormonal and health clarity. So to my PCOS posse, my endometriosis conquerors, my adenomyosis thrivers, and my fibroid fighters. If you like watermelon, dive into the watermelon this season. All right. So, y'all, the yellow meat watermelon and the moon and the stars watermelon are my absolute favorite. That should be happening next week. Should be available in the watermelon streets. Real quick plug, y'all. Not even plug. Let me tell y'all this quick story. My mom got in some watermelon, and this was before the season started. So I was really trying to get to the watermelon season. Before the watermelon season, I was getting impatient. And I bought it from a grocery store. I won't name the grocery store. But my mom was eating it. And she got real bad headaches. Felt dizzy, lightheaded. And as I was talking to her, trying to get to the root cause, the trigger, I said it was the watermelon. She didn't think it was because she was eating watermelon the week before in South Carolina. Come to find out, y'all, it was that watermelon. I was like, thank you, Mom, for confirming that I was right. Because as you dig deeper in conversation, and you start learning what is different in people's lifestyles, what changes happened, what was normal, sources of things. Like really getting to the root cause helps you identify what's really happening. Y'all, I'm sorry about this appetizer. Before we get into the juice, I think I'm a little hungry. I think I worked up a little appetite. That's what I think is happening. That's what I think is going down right now, y'all, with those 4.22 miles. Me and Spencer did. His sweet potatoes are boiling right now. Let's say this for him. So, y'all, I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm also gotten to get tight on the budget. Got to get tight on the budget, y'all. So, I need to do better with what I'm spending my money on, especially with food, because I don't know about y'all, but plant-based foodie over here be on the nourishing and flourishing vibes and be ready to just eat all these good plant-based food in the streets, or have it pulled up. You hear me? Have it pulled up. Look at this, y'all. I could use this as like a watermelon steak. I could potentially like season it with some stuff, maybe some like cocoa aminos, some seasonings or something like that, and have me a little watermelon steak. See, I gotta get creative. I saw somebody with like some watermelon fries where they just had it chopped up like it was like a fry size. I was like, okay, I see what you do there. Because a lot of times we really just be eating with our eyes anyway. That's what I believe. But I just need to know, should I do a watermelon cleanse for the month of June, just all watermelon? Or should I do high raw, get in back on my high raw journey? If you weren't here last year I did 220 days on a high raw journey, just high raw foods. For the most part, everything was raw, except for at times I would get in like nuts, like roasted nuts. There we go, y'all. Not one drop spilled out on the first pour. On the first juice pour. And that's what I also love about watermelon, y'all. It's so easy to juice. Before I can get it all cut up and ready to fill back in to my large shoot. Shout out to the Nama J too, y'all. Speaking of that, I got my products again. All the different things that I use. I have my product list. If y'all are interested in that, type products in the comments, and I'll definitely link it in the comments and get it out there so you know what I'm using tool-wise, product-wise. I used to have it out before. And I just need to do a better job of promoting it, but you know how it goes. Speaking of promo, y'all, this month, we almost lost some. Lost some more, y'all. Lost some more. This month, somebody got the plant-based alternative guide to start getting in their healthy plant-based swaps, y'all. I'm so excited for that person. I'm gonna reach out to them, see if they have any questions. What made them get the plant-based alternative guide? Has it been helpful so far? I'm just really excited about reaching out to them and really seeing where they are in their journey, if I could provide any additional help, but most importantly, thanking them for getting the plant-based alternative guide and wanting it to be a huge resource. So speaking of that, let me show that to y'all real quick. And if you are like that person who is already ready to just be making healthy swaps, to be more intentional about your foods, creating those empowered plates, having more juice recipes, smoothie recipes, then I want you to make sure you check out this plant-based alternative guide. Let me show it to you. And so this plant-based alternative guide, the link is in the description or in the show notes, breaks down all the different educational benefits of fruits, of your vegetables, the whole grains, why they're important, what you're getting out of those grains when you're switching them. I grew up on just white rice and grits. Not much nutritional value at all in those grains. So making your grains more empowering and functionally nutritious to help your body heal, pretty much using food as medicine, proteins, fats, herbs and spices you can cook more with to get those nutritional benefits in. You have so many different juice recipes, smoothie recipes, and then other meals to help you get creative. All right. And it's really just getting the inspiration. I don't know about you. If I see recipes, I just got to get the inspiration in to really figure out what it is that I want to have. But if you're not even on that level yet and you just need to figure out what to eat, you're not at a place where you want to just make healthy swaps, then you can go ahead and grab my 5-day mindful eating reset. Comes with mindful eating affirmations. It talks about the role inflammation plays in the body. So chronic conditions, a lot of the times the root cause is inflammation. But what is that source of inflammation? Because it's not always food. It's not always the lack of movement. Sometimes it can be stress. All right. And so we talked about the role of inflammation, some grocery list items, and then you have 5 different juice, smoothie, raw plant-based, and cooked plant-based foods. And again, they're all anti-inflammatory, but you can add anti-inflammatory meats if that's something that you're still on and you want to swap it out if you're not all plant-based or in a plant-based lifestyle. I love plant-based nutrition. It's the most healing and nutritious for me. And so that's the vibe that I'm on. But I do want to make sure that you're living an anti-inflammatory life more than a plant-based life. All right, so different recipes, different smoothies. So if you just want some ideas of what to eat and you just don't know what to eat, get the 5-day mindful eating complimentary reset guide. But if you're already ready to make those swaps and you just want to live with more intention, grab the plant-based alternative guide. All right, so we're going to get back into this juice, and I still need y'all to let me know what y'all think I should do. Watermelon cleanse. I could definitely use the boost of discipline, like really getting back into a place where I'm getting real disciplined. And I know the watermelon will help me be more disciplined for a fact. And I need to be more disciplined this summer. Like I definitely, in so many, like in my business and my routine, like discipline is something I really want to prioritize and work on. So I could see discipline being a key part of staying on the watermelon cleanse as a huge benefit for me. But I also, like, I'm such a foodie, so I really enjoy trying different foods out. I haven't been huge on meal prepping and planning, so I could potentially benefit from being simple with the juicing. But then at the same time, like, there's so many different meals that I can make that are simple. Like this meal I made yesterday. So y'all, let me tell you about this meal I made yesterday. While I grab this lime. I made a chopped meal yesterday. And I got some ginger. Hold on. Rinse this ginger off. So yesterday, y'all, I made this chopped meal. I used some Miracle noodles. They're not my favorite low carb pasta option. Kelp noodles are, but I really appreciated having something different. So the Miracle noodle is a good noodle to have as something different, like trying something different. So I had Miracle noodles. So I rinsed them off. I had 3 things of Miracle noodles. Ooh, yeah, we're going to have a lot more than we did last time with this watermelon. And I did like a coconut curry sauce. So coconut milk, some curry seasoning, some turmeric, some Old Bay, a little cocoa aminos, some Einstein Brothers, dried seasoning, garlic, onion. Like I just flavored that thing up. And so it actually turned out really good. I also had some frozen broccoli rice. And so I put that warm the broccoli rice up, and I put that into the mix too. And then I did like 1 sheet of, and I got a video. I'll post the video today. Drop video if y'all want to see my chopped meal that I did yesterday in the comments, and I'll definitely make sure I post that. But I did a 1 lime. Gotta have 1 lime, 1 ginger, and every juice. All right. So broccoli rice. So it's almost kind of like I wanted a shrimp and broccoli type of vibe. Is what I was going off of. That's why I did this, the oil-based seasoning to kind of bring in a little seafood vibe. And then I also brought in some the nori sheet to bring in some seafood vibe and flavor and texture to it. But the broccoli rice was really good inside of the miracle noodle pasta dish. So it actually turned out really good. I had my mom try it. She said she liked it. But she had already ate something else, but she tried it and she said she liked it. So sometimes my chopped meals, when I just be so hungry and I be like, I ain't got no money to be spending out like that. I just got to come up with something in the house. Turn out pretty good. But I have to keep, this is how much ginger I'm using, y'all. So like a thumb length of ginger. So it turned out really good. Probably didn't like look the best, but it turned out really good. Very tasty, very delicious. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can do this. But today I'm just like, if I'm about to get into a watermelon cleanse, or I'm about to go into the high raw, let me get in another real good plant-based meal today. And I was like, but then what is that going to be? Because I am a foodie. And let me talk about that real quick, y'all. Just because you are someone who loves food or you might be eating differently, it's all about finding the right foods that you like and enjoy. Always about finding the foods that you already enjoy and like and eating them and preparing them in a different way. That's the biggest thing. Is preparing those foods that you already enjoy and putting them in a different way, preparing them in a different way that gets you excited about it, that allows you to enjoy it so you don't feel like you're restricting yourself or don't enjoy what it is that you're having. All right, so I'm gonna get my jars out and then I'm gonna show y'all something that I have been working on. I'm so excited because it was a huge shift for me just learning about these things. I think we did 5 last time. We might actually need 6 jars of juice. But y'all, so cycle syncing. I don't know if you heard about it. So those of us who have menstrual cycles, there's so many different, just trying to make room for the last bit of juice because the last bit of juice had the lime and the ginger. So I want to make sure Spencer is ringing the bell because he wants more watermelon, and I didn't say good anymore. I'm really excited about this cycle syncing because it was huge for me. It was a game changer once I realized so many women with polycystic ovary syndrome, they were just like, it's not working for me. I changed my lifestyle. I started eating differently. I was working out, and they just didn't see anything happening for them anymore. Oh man, that's good. They didn't see a lot happening for them the way it was originally. And so they didn't realize that because they're going through different phases, their body is going through different phases in the month, that they should be doing different things in the month. They should be eating differently to honor that phase. They should be doing different mindset activities to really heighten in and lean into that phase. They should be doing different exercising or movement, intentional movement during the different phases of their cycle. And then there are different herbal teas, different herbs that are definitely beneficial for the different phases of your cycle. And when I say phases of the cycle, I'm talking about your menstrual cycle, your follicle cycle, your ovulation cycle, the luteal cycle. And so me rinse this off. So I poured the juice back in here because it didn't have the lime and ginger. So there was some lime and ginger mix that's still vibing on here. I wanted to make sure I got it. So that's why I poured it back in. Because we had to just make more room. Because we had more juice than the Kool-Aid pitcher needed to hold. Ain't no more Kool-Aid though. We on that juice flow. Ain't no Kool-Aid though. We on that juice flow. Ain't no Kool-Aid though. We on that juice flow. And so it's the different phases of the cycle. And so I put together this whole M to the third degree healing empowerment guide, because M to the third degree is my healing empowerment formula. When I started on my healing journey being more intentional, it was about mindset, mindful eating, movement. All of those pillars were like huge foundational points for my healing journey in order for me to reduce chronic pain, eliminate distress, and minimize irregular or heavy periods. Y'all, I didn't have a regular period growing up. And so as you see these QR codes, they're links to videos that really break down this content rich guide, but it really talks about all the different phases of the cycle to educate you on the different phases, but then really breaking down each section. What should I be doing in the follicle stage for my mindset? What should I be doing in the ovulatory phase in regards to my mindset? The luteal phase, all right? And it's all about being intentional and showing up every single day of the month. So it's almost like your whole blueprint to living for all your cycles in your month. All right, from mindset to then mindful eating, the different foods that you can eat. I think I got like crock pot meals because I'm so like, I like to eat, but I don't like to be in the kitchen. So different meals, juices, different things that you can eat. Different, like here, we have iron-rich spinach and apple juice during your menstrual cycle. So it's ways that you can show up. But remember, the juice recipes, that's to your palate and what your body needs in regards to health. And so because I took the Reboot with Joe juicing certification, I learned so much more about the different combinations of food and the different fruits and vegetables on what should be juiced, what shouldn't be juiced, as well as taking functional nutrition as well. But then I have a health administration background for my master's, health promotion background for my bachelor's. So I've always been into this healthy living, healthy knowing and education. And it wasn't until being diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis, adenomyosis, polycystic ovary syndrome, and then finding 2 fibroids at the time of my surgery in March 2020 that I started to really shift and be more intentional about how I was living, because how I was living was very much so the root cause of those conditions. And all of those conditions are deeply rooted in inflammation. And so no matter the fact that I took out all meats but seafood, I still needed to do so much more. And so it's deeper than food. It's deeper than just exercising. And so I was just like, I got to be intentional about this. So this blueprint, y'all, is the M to the third degree healing empowerment formula blueprint to help you through the month in regards to your cycles. That's in the show notes as well for you. That's my first time letting people know about that guide. I've had it for a while. It's only been accessible to my coaching clients. But I was like, you know what? Other people need this. Like, they may not be ready to get a healthy habits and a lifestyle coach, but they want to be more intentional. They want the information so they can start doing things their own way. And so I was like, let the people know what I got for them. And so that's the M to the third degree healing empowerment guide. I hope that if you're someone who is struggling with your body and you feel like your body has more control than you do of your body and you don't know what's really going on and you're still menstruating, tap into the M to the third degree healing empowerment guide and really start showing up differently this month of June. As we go into a new month, make sure you grab that guide and you really get an idea of how you want to feel. So y'all, these are my 24-ounce jars and I'm right at 20 ounces. So now we have 5 24-ounce jars all done. And then the 6th jar has 20 ounces. So we just 4 ounces short of making 6 jars of juice. Guess what, y'all? You can drink one of these a day. And so I'm pretty much done for the whole week if I wanted to. And if I really wanted to freeze these, I wouldn't pour them all the way up to the top. I'll give myself like an inch or two to be able to freeze them, just to be mindful of the expansion, all right, as they freeze. So I wouldn't go all the way at the top with it. So if you're somebody who wants to freeze them and kind of take them out the freezer, put them in the refrigerator over time, you can definitely do that as well. I'm coming with a juicing program. So yeah, more tips in there in regards to juicing for you. But y'all, 6 jars of juice, that's a juice a day for the next 6 days. That is juicing on a budget. That is juicing in a time frame. Y'all, we juiced. We got it in. I'm still thinking. Y'all didn't tell me whether or not I should go watermelon fast or high raw. I'm thinking watermelon fast because that's going to tap into the discipline. But I don't know. We gonna see. Because y'all didn't tell me anything. But y'all definitely check the show notes for good vibes and value. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a live, a podcast episode, a clip. Y'all, one of my shorts just got over 1,000 views. I was like, let's go. I love being able to be of value and of impact. So definitely, y'all, it's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach, Giovanni, host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. And I help those with endometriosis, adenomyosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, fibroids, reduce chronic pain, eliminate distress, and minimize irregular or heavy periods through my M to the 3rd degree healing empowerment formula, mindset, mindful eating, and movement. Y'all, let's eat better so we can live and vibe higher. Thanks for vibing with me, y'all. Heal daily. Thrive always, baby.